Allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you in having a great and productive information exchange and discussion on policy recommendation by gathering here for the last 3 days. This event is very important to support Indonesia to embark on a journey of transformation through the acceleration and expansion of economic development with the goal to become a developed nation. To achieve the growth target set in MP3EI, the real economic growth must remain above 6 to 7% per year on an ongoing basis. In doing so, many millions of people will be lifted out of poverty and given better access to quality education, employment, higher living standard, and medical care. A stronger middle class will mean that the country and its citizens will have higher purchasing power and the increased ability to compete in the global arena. Thus, you should all see that the government is very committed to function MP3EI as the building block to transform Indonesia into one of the major economies. As I stated in my keynote speech in the opening ceremony, the success of the MP3EI depends on the implementation of its 3 pillars. Those are developing economic potential in 6 economic corridors, strengthening the national and international connectivity, it means infrastructure building, as well as strengthening national human resources, capability, and science and technology. The MP3EI initiative will increase interconnectedness and build on Indonesia's fundamental economic resilience. We are, as you know, that we are vulnerable to natural disaster, and our plans must make sure we protect our people effectively, including an ability to respond quickly. On the note of project financing, reflecting to the MP3EI scheme, Indonesia required up to 250 billion US dollars of infrastructure investment over the next 5 years. The government alone is unable to fulfill this target. Although the National Planning Agency, Ibu Armida, has increased the allocation of government budget from 160 trillion rupiah in 2012 to almost 200 trillion rupiah in 2030. And there is increased budget allocation from local governments as well as state-owned enterprises. Still, there is a funding gap. We believe that through PPP approach as elsewhere worldwide is a viable partnership arrangement, I should say, is a viable partnership arrangement between the government and the private sector in order to assist the country in reaching a number of its development targets. As elaborated by the Minister of Public Works yesterday, the government has been making significant policy improvement for application of public-private partnership, particularly in the toll road sector. It has first improved the concession agreement by allowing concession periods of up to 50 years. Second, financial close should be completed in a maximum of 12 months. And the third, tariff adjustment, as has become the practice, must be made every 2 years. This improved public-private partnership policy is then complemented with the opportunities for investment in the transportation sector as described by the Minister of Transportation, in particular, new rail lines, the development of new air and sea port, to name a few. Like the Bambang Sulistyo said that we are going to build at least 15 new airports in the next 5 years. I am also delighted to inform you that the government are committed to provide necessary fiscal support to ensure the concession agreements for infrastructure projects are bankable. Moreover, we are committed to ensure that we make our government administration effective, remove bottlenecks, and make sure that the land acquisition and compensation process work effectively and quickly. We are taking urgent action on all these fronts. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, during the various panel sessions on day 2, I believe my colleagues have shared with you the government's achievement today in improving the investment climate in the country and the new opportunities for investment. As mentioned by His Excellency the President of Indonesia in his keynote address, the government places considerable store in environmental protection and balanced development for all infrastructure projects. As elaborated by the Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, 40% of the world's geothermal resources are here in Indonesia. So, development of geothermal, hydropower, and other renewable resources energy are becoming a major focus of our current policy development. I've been informed by my colleague Minister of Energy. He said that the tariff or the price policy has become adjusted. The lower price and the higher price is become wider. I mean the selling price of the renewable energy become very, very commercially viable. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today, I believe that some of our governors have shared with you the infrastructure opportunities in their respective region. The Trans-Sumatra Hybrid Highway, Trans-Java Toll Roads, Trans-Kalimantan Highway, International Hub Bitung, Trans-Papua and Maluku, just to mention a few. I'm pleased to see very strong commitment by the local government in improving the investment climate through providing incentive, streamlining the local government requirement, as well as coordinating with the central government in removing the bottlenecks. I know that the bottleneck is the scary sound of all the business leaders, so that we have a plan, so-called the bottlenecking process. I hope you have had the opportunity to hear their plans in increasing investment in their province. Thus, you can be better informed on the infrastructure demand and opportunities in Indonesia. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to share with you that I am touched by the positive response that I received from the existing and potential investors that I have had an opportunity to meet. And on behalf of the government of Indonesia and as the coordinating minister for economic affairs, I will provide all the necessary support for the delivery of key infrastructure projects as well as other investment by the private investor within the 6th economic corridor. Please do not hesitate to contact the officer of the KP3EI who have the responsibility to unlock any and all bottlenecks involved in both private sector investment project as well as the supporting infrastructure project. Before I end my remark, let me thank to Kadin, especially Pak Bambang Suryo Sulistyo and his gang, of course, the governors, all participants, business leaders, organizing committee, who already working very hard to make this event possible and succeed. I also like to take this opportunity to thank members of media who have covered this 3 days event extensively. The government considers the media as a significant partner in its effort to implement the infrastructure program to bring development across the whole country. Finally, by saying Syukur Alhamdulillah, the Asia Pacific Minister and Regional Governor Conference on Sustainable and Inclusive Infrastructure Development and International Infrastructure Conference and Exhibition 2012 officially closed. I thank you so much.